So your twin flame is probably not the biggest problem in your life. And I say this from a place of experience of where this is what I thought. I thought if I get my twin flame, I'll be happy. But the truth is, your twin flame is you. And so if you're unhappy, they're actually going to expand that unhappiness, right? And so that's often why separation happens, because it's actually more compassionate and loving to heal apart. Um, and I know that might not be a popular subject, but this is the truth of the journey is that yes, you will heal faster in union with your twin because you'll have the mirror right there. Just like if you're, combing your hair, you're going to do a better job with your mirror. But regardless, your twin flame is your divine mirror. They're going to help you heal those places in your heart that don't feel good, that don't feel peaceful or loved. And ultimately the pain that they bring up is surfacing for release. It's surfacing for the real you to open up and blossom into your divine self. And this is not just lip service. This is actually what you're going to experience in your union and in your life when you actually heal the places within, right? So for so many years, I was following tarot readings and I kept hearing, oh, I'm going to, if I see these numbers, I'm in this particular wave, and all these signs and synchronicities. But what I found, the signs and synchronicities were actually just messages from the divine. They were helping me to find more love and clarity within myself, and leading me into more healing. But ultimately, the signs didn't heal my union. The tarot readings didn't heal my union. They're not healing my union. And so I just want to be very clear, because I think oftentimes I do think these readers they're very well meaning, but giving what I experienced was they were giving me a false sense of hope, because I would hope and hope and hope, and then I would be disappointed again when my union didn't show up after I'd been waiting months and been listening to these readers. So, definitely feel that out, feel that truth for yourself. Does that feel true, right? Um, and recognizing now, having been in coaching for a long time and become a certified ascension coach myself, I recognize that I am healing when I'm feeling better. That's actually how you know that you're healing. Are you feeling better about your life? Have you made changes in your life that feel good? And, we want our twin flame to change and come to us and, be the love of our life. But really, they're our mirror. Are you being that for yourself? Are you letting the divine love you as, are you trusting the universe? Are you trusting your experience of life? These are all things that we learn to ground your foundation on the twin flame journey. And so you're healing your union as you're healing your relationship with God, source, universe, and with yourself, right? For me, I had a lot of relationships that I made out to be sacred and holy that were actually filled with kind of coercion and even abuse. Because when you grow up in an environment, you don't know any different, right? And so I had a very difficult childhood, and I kind of projected a lot of my upsets on, say, my father, who wasn't really there and is an alcoholic. But actually, there were some family dynamics that I didn't just ignore them, but I feel like I was conditioned to ignore them. And I suppressed a lot of the feelings and emotions. And so as I've been on my healing journey, I've been able to face all the things I didn't want to face, right? But I had to have a really deep level of support internally in order to actually go into those places and recognize where I wasn't actually being loved in a very respectful, sacred way. And I'm so, so grateful for that experience because it's led me to deeper love, deeper self-trust, deeper boundaries, so that I can actually have the peace that I've always really wanted. You know, I always saw myself as this like very calm, chill person, but actually I had a lot of numbness and I was covered in layers of anxiety. And I kept, as I'm healing, I'm thinking I'm doing things wrong because I'm having layers of anxiety surface for the first time. But actually, those layers of anxiety were actually like my nervous system coming online and waking up. And so sometimes if you have anxiety coming up, you think it's a bad thing. I thought it was a bad thing. But because I was actually doing the inner work, now I have a much more grounded, peaceful life than I've ever had. I'm still healing some other things, but my anxiety is something I've really been able to heal. And when you let go of anxiety and pressure and anywhere where you might feel this urgency, right, to get validation from work or outside of yourself, that needs to be addressed and healed so that you can live your best, full, most vibrant life. So, and that's how you know that you're healing is, are you making changes that feel really good in your life, right? And are you moving into deeper peace as you heal through anxiety, right? At least for me, that's how it shows up. Might show up in different ways for different people, but that's what I notice as and am I feeling better today than I did yesterday? Or even if I'm having a hard day or a hard week, when I get through the upset and I heal it, do I feel grounded and better than I did 2 weeks ago? So that's what harmonious union is bridging the gap between is moving into the places of anxiety, upset, places that felt very uncomfortable, healing through those, and then moving back to peace. And from that peace, making decisions based on that peaceful life. That's what's been really powerful for me on my journey. So so feel free to like and subscribe to get more tips and begin your healing journey. It really starts with having that awareness of your feelings and your emotions. I didn't know this, but that was self-abandonment, you know, and I've always been in fitness and dance and take all the supplements, do all the diets, do all the wellness things that were like outside, but I really had to learn to take care of my emotional self. And some people are opposite. They take care of their emotional self first and then have to take care of the wellness component after. It's just like ebb and flow. We're all a little bit different in how we choose that self-love, but we are diamonds. And so it's about supporting yourself on each facet of the diamond. That's what self-love is loving yourself in each facet of the diamond. Conditional love, right, is like, well, I'll love this part of me, but not this part of me. It's like, oh, I'll love this part of me that doesn't like this about my body until I love myself fully and thoroughly, right? So just as an example, but so like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.